Hi, I just woke up like 10 minutes ago. It's currently 3 p.m. and I've got nothing else to do, so let's play some furry bingo. Now recently, I've seen a bunch of folks posting these furry bingo sheets on Twitter, in which a lot of folks have been posting their filled-in sheets to see how furry they are, but after seeing a few of them and only managing to gather like 2, I thought, why not? Let's go over one today. Let's see how furry I am. Now these bingo sheets are pretty straightforward. It's just different aspects of furry that you've participated in. If you get it, you cross it off and see if you get any bingos. For me, it will be like how many bingos I get. So based on these bingo cards put together by the furry community, or at least just 2 people, because they're 2 different bingo sheets we'll be going over, let's answer that question today. Also, I'm going to be extremely lazy today and go into the bottom right corner and show you it this way. Let's put ourselves in this tiny little reaction box in the corner and call it a day. But either way, furry bingo, have a fursona. Yay. I did the bare minimum in the furry community. Though you don't really need a fursona to be a furry, but have furry music artists in your playlist. I mean, I guess? I mean, All My Fellas is a banger. Let's be fair. Though I feel like this could go for any musical artist that has like a hobby outside of doing music, but that very much applies to the musician who put together All My Fellas. So why'd you just move? Hold on, that's weird. I had to double cross it, okay? All right, next one. Own animal plushies. You're gonna sit here for the rest of this stream because you're adorable. We love Railer. He's so adorable. Own animal plushies? Yes, I do. Been in furry drama. When haven't I been in furry drama? Look, whenever a furry content creator gets into drama, specifically one with a high follower count on Twitter, I am almost always mentioned in some way, shape, or form. In all honesty, it's kind of absurd how much I'm mentioned in popular content creator furry drama. All right, next one. Made fun of for being a furry. To be fair, as sad as it is, who hasn't? I mean, even furries make fun of each other for being furries. That just fits the bill. Fursona has colored insides. Oh, that's a new one. I mean, technically, yes. Every fursona has colored insides. Even if it's not colored a specific color, it's pink or red. There's some anti-furry joke here. I can't put my finger on it though. But as for like a custom inside color of my fursona, I actually don't have one. I didn't think that far into my fursona lore. And to be honest, it's not really something I thought about at all. Some people really like the candy gore sort of stuff, and it's like, hey, you know, cool. But it's not something that really interested me. So for that reason, this might be the only box that I don't check off here. I mean, hey, so far we've already hit bingo, so this can only go well. Anyways, next up, played change. I mean, unfortunately. I still don't know how to feel about that game. Own furry cosmetics in Roblox. Okay, honestly, I think I have at most 5 hours of playtime in Roblox. Just in Roblox in general. I haven't spent any money in Roblox either. So I definitely don't have a furry cosmetic. In fact, like, if I were to go onto Roblox, I don't think I'd want to get a furry cosmetic. You can already imagine what other cosmetics I would probably get immediately if I were to play Roblox, but here we are with me not playing it. And I don't know if my life is better for it, but I like to think so. So hey, look at that. Second box that we don't end up checking off. We're doing pretty good so far. Been to a furry convention. Oh honey, I've been to like 20 at this point. At least 20. I'm in my double digits. Eventually I'll get into triple figures. I feel like I've been to as many furry conventions as how many years old I am. I'm not even joking when I say that. Been a furry for 5+ years. I mean, yeah, it's been at least 5 years since Anthro New England 2018, which was the con I decided to be a furry, but that was back in February 2018 for me. And right now it's like April 2024, so 6 years. Oh my god, 6 years. Oh no. Next up, own a fursuit. I mean, I think that one is self-explanatory, but this might be the invitation to go and get the uwu cute fursuit head for content. Be right back. This isn't my first fursuit either, but he is pretty cute. Oh, what a precious dog. Mwah! Adorable. But either way, own a fursuit. Easy. Actively play VR chat. Well, I remember I used to. I don't actively play VR chat right now. In fact, for me, it's kind of a hindrance to get into VR, but I might get back into it, so for the sake of it, I'm gonna check it off. Actively play VR chat? Sure. I'm a VTuber, that's gotta count as something. And then there's someone's cat. That is a cute cat. I don't want to cross it off, but we already know that it's the free space, so. Work/education involves computers. I mean, doesn't that apply to everyone, though? Though specifically, I feel like the answer they're going for here is like computer science, coding, programming, software engineering, cybersecurity, IT even. I feel like that's what they're going for with this space specifically. But for the more literal definition of it, yeah, most work or education does involve computers, and so does mine. Used to hate furries? Ugh, haven't we all? To be fair though, I was a furry hater mainly for the reason of wanting to conform with others. To feel like I belonged and fit in with my friend group or community at the time. But hey, I think a lot of us have had that phase. Whether or not we're furries, if we grew up on the internet during what I like to call the cringe era of YouTube in 2015, 2016 with Pyrocynical and Leafy is here, then yeah, you probably saw furry cringe a lot. Also, look at that, another bingo. Wow. What a surprise. All right, next one. Have furry stickers. Oh yes, I have plenty of furry stickers. I have a whole baggie of stickers that people have given me from cons. Highly recommend doing that. If you have stickers from cons, just like stockpile them in like a little baggie or something so they're not lost and all over the place. And I also have my own stickers, which you can go and buy some. Go check out my shop. There'll be a link in the description below if you want to buy some of my stickers. They're pretty cool. They're pretty banging. But yes, I do indeed have furry stickers. Furry skin in Minecraft. Okay, now hold on. I do have a furry skin in Minecraft. However, that was because someone made it for me and sent me the download link for it, so I went out of my way to add it on. Yeah, I do have a furry skin in Minecraft. I think I have like 3 different Maverick skins people have made for me, a dozen Levi skins. Someone even made a life jacket mod where it changes the texture of the diamond armor plate to a life jacket. So yeah, technically I do have a lot of furry skins in Minecraft. All right, let's keep going. Own furry accessories, paws, tail, etc. I mean, that kind of came as part of the fursuit that I commissioned, so if you own a fursuit, you probably own furry accessories. And to be fair though, if I didn't have a fursuit, I would have probably already had furry accessories like paws or tails. So yeah, dated online. Okay, now you're just calling out like 50% of furries. Now for the actual answer, technically I dated online. It was like we met at first and then we became a thing online because it's a long distance relationship, like long distance. Like this long. Again, when these things I'm saying out of context don't sound great. Maybe that's why people have problem with furries. I don't know. But yes, I've technically dated online with another furry. So yeah, 2+ family members know you're a furry. Okay, my family members know I'm a furry because of my YouTube channel. Like, I started doing YouTube before I was a furry, and then I became a furry. Then that blew up the channel, and we're here today because of it. Hi. And they know about it because of that. And also because it's like my career at this point, so I kind of have to tell them. I can't tell them I have an engineering job. That would just be a downright lie. I don't look like I have an engineering job. Let's be fair. But yeah, multiple family members know I'm a furry, but they mainly know me for the whole YouTube content creator thing. The furry thing's just a side thing they see, even though it's been the main thing for a long while now. Why does this keep moving? Like, look at this. What the hell is with these lines? Also, we achieved another bingo. That is 3 bingos on one sheet. How am I not a furry? What don't I have as a furry? Like, what haven't I done as a furry at this point? Commission someone. I mean, plenty of furry art. I commissioned a fursuit. Even before I was a furry, I did commission furry art. Like, countless commissions. I don't even want to know how much I've spent in total on commissions, because it'll probably make me sad. It's absolutely in the 5 digits at this point. Probably not 6 digits, but maybe one day we'll get there. All right, next one. Knights are badass. I feel like this one is oddly specific. Is that like a niche sub-interest within furry? You know how you have like rail fan furries? Like furries that are fans of trains? But yeah, I don't know if there's like a sub-community of furries that are really interested in knights, or I guess chivalry, like armor and knighthood or whatever it is. I don't know if I just used the right word or not. But I guess to answer the question of if I think knights are badass, okay, so I absolutely think knights are badass. Reason why? Guts from Berserk, which I don't know if you could call Guts a knight per se, but I haven't seen or read the whole series, but I've seen clips here and there of like friends showing the show to me, and oh my god, that man, Guts goes in. I see why people like him a lot. He goes in. So if we're technically counting Guts as a knight, knights are pretty badass. So yeah, there you go. Oh hey, another bingo. Yahoo! Own robot figures, Gundam, Transformers, etc. Again, I feel like this one is a bit more of a specific niche within furry, like railfan furries, furries that are fans of cars, because I know furry friends who are a big fan of Gundam. I don't personally own any, but it's nice to see the appreciation for sub-communities within furry, or sub-interests within furry. In a furry Discord server, unfortunately, I think at this point I kind of run one, which is my own Discord server, but it's not specifically furry. I guess it depends. Is it a furry Discord server because the population is furry, like majority of the population is furry, or is it a furry Discord server because it's called a furry Discord server? Regardless, I'm probably a part of a few furry Discord servers. Oh hey look, another bingo. This is like what, 5 now? And then the last one, in furry subreddits. I actually am not. I don't really peruse Reddit as much as people might think. I just go on there to look for video ideas, and usually I end up coming across furry IRL. But that's really the extent to it. I'm not really in furry subreddits per se, so this one stays crossed off. So this furry bingo sheet has been completed. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised we didn't get like a full clear on this one. Genuinely, I thought this would have been a lot more filled up than it was. Like maybe 1 or 2 that I didn't fill in, but hey, maybe I'm not that much of a furry. But still, this is a pretty interesting furry bingo sheet. It's more of a meme one. But there is another furry bingo sheet that seems a bit more serious and put together for the general furry population that I wanted to go over next. So let's do that. Furry bingo number 2. All right, the next furry bingo sheet. Real furry bingo. So I guess the last furry bingo wasn't really furry bingo. This is how I title some of my like thumbnails or videos. Like if I need to do another edit on one that I've already exported, I'll just put real before it or final after the title. Like furry bingo, final. But yeah, real furry bingo. I saw this one on Twitter, thought this was a bit more for the general furry population to see how much of a furry you are. So let's do this one as well, why not? Most of these will probably be repeats from the last one, with maybe some new ones in between, but let's give it a shot. I want to know how furry I am. Have a fursona, already been over that, check. Have pets. I mean, I would if I could. I don't technically have any pets right now, though I would if I could. Like if perfect circumstance of having stable finances, the space to do so, and if the apartment I'm in allowed animals or pets, I would. So I guess for the sake of it, I'm gonna check it off. Just for the sake of clarifying it. Not that having a pet has to do with you being a furry, but I've had pets in the past. As a kid, I used to have multiple pet betta fish, and if I could, I would have a pet now. But alas, adult life. Next one. Known by furry name by normie friends. Okay, actually, sort of. Because my nickname, or at least the name I go by online and in person, isn't really my furry name. It came even before I was a furry. I was always known as Beta for a long while, even by my friends because they saw my YouTube and everything. And I guess my normie friends don't really actually know my fursona's names. Like if perchance some of my normie friends are at like a furry con or within the context of furry, they'll refer to me as Beta, just out of courtesy of being the person of if I'm on a live stream or at a con, they'll just refer to me as such, not by my actual name. But I don't think they really know me as my characters like Levi, Maverick, and I guess my other Aussie Shep character Beta, but it's never gotten to a point where I've walked up to them in fursuit and they're like, hello Levi, because they just know me as me. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this blank. Have pictures of favorite species in home. I mean, technically, fun fact about me, I don't really buy prints or anything to hang up on my wall. I'll usually just like get any art that someone does for me, and if it's like a beautiful, breathtaking piece, I'll laminate it and hang it up on my wall. I mean, yeah. So I feel like a majority of my favorite animal species technically fits because my favorite species are my fursonas and people draw my fursonas and those are hung up on my walls in my room. So yeah, it checks out. I guess. All right, next one. Furry stickers on vehicle. I mean, yeah, guilty's charged. Always play animal character in games. Okay, that's not necessarily true. I wouldn't say always, because I did play D&D a bit during lockdown and everything back in 2020. My friends and I, all of them were furries, ended up putting together a D&D campaign that we turned into like a podcast, a stream thing. It was pretty cool. It's called Roll for Initiative. Might do a video on it someday. But when we were all choosing our characters, I was the only one in the party that didn't choose an animal-based character. I chose an Aasimar monk. Everyone else chose whatever other animal species they would be if their fursona didn't already exist. And it was really funny to see. Now, granted, when I do play Fortnite, I will absolutely play as Wendell. You cannot take that away from me. Wendell is amazing. But whenever I play games, it doesn't always mean I play the animal character. But for the sake of it, because I am a diehard Wendell fan, and that does kind of even it out a little bit, I'll check it off. All right, next one. Has role-played. Okay, I've role-played, but only once. The only time I role-played was with my current roommate, which the context of which I will not be giving, or what we were role-playing about, I will not be giving either. Roleplay isn't really a thing that I enjoy or do unless I'm like playing a character in fursuit, which I guess technically that's role-playing. So yeah, I've role-played maybe more than once, but when I think of furry roleplay, I think of messaging each other back and forth and like ooh woo, notices your bulgy wolgy, ooh woo. Like I hate that I just said that, but you get the idea. That's what I think of in terms of furry roleplay, and it's what most of us would default to when we think furry roleplay. So technically I've done that, and you know, just in general roleplay as putting on a character. So all right, watch cartoons. I mean, yes, but cartoons are pretty cool. They're pretty neat. I don't think they're specifically furry, but for the sake of it, yes, I do watch cartoons. Own stuffed animals. Yep, already been through that. Own and wear furry clothing. I mean, this is like half, if not most of my wardrobe. I should really switch some things up a bit, but still, for the time being, that's a majority of what I wear. Been to a furry convention. Been there, done that. At least 20 times. Hugged a fursuiter. Been there, done that. Not enough times, in my opinion. Love animals. I mean, that's just... I'm glad that this is the center one, not like a free space. It's just, you kind of... If you're a furry, you have to like animals. You have to love them. Also, look at that, a full bingo. God damn. Surprised it didn't happen sooner. Friends are furries? Most, if not all of them are. Create furry art? Yeah, I mean, I'd say I do. The concept of art doesn't have to just be drawing art. It could be, you know, furry YouTube videos in this case. I'm putting together art. But in all honesty, I have drawn furry art before, and I have been sort of in the process of learning it. But yeah, I do create and have created furry art. Volunteered at a furry convention. Ooh, that's actually a very specific one that I haven't done yet, but would love to do someday. If I ever find myself at like a smaller furry convention where I just don't have much going on, I would like to try doing that, or just going to a con to volunteer. I mean, I guess you could technically say, oh, I volunteered for the con by being a guest of honor, but that's not, you know, really volunteering as much as it is, you know, accepting a position at the con to help the con sort of thing, which I guess is the same thing as what I just described. But still, volunteered at the con, I haven't done that yet. I would like to one day. So that one, unfortunately, is blank. Sleep with a stuffed animal? I mean, yeah, the stuffed animals on my bed, minus my fursuit head, are the ones that stay on the bed in the back. So sometimes I'm just like, oh, Railer, and then I'll just cuddle him and fall asleep. Or I'll be like, oh, Fish, and then I'll just cuddle the blahage in the back and fall asleep, and that'll be me. So yeah. Dating or married to a furry? I would like to one day. I don't really see myself dating or marrying anyone who isn't a furry, just because of how deep entrenched in the fandom I am at this point. But in terms of dating, yeah, I'd say so. Saw Zootopia in theaters. Okay, I actually did, but it was when my mom took me to see it, and that was because we just loved watching Pixar and Disney movies in theaters. It wasn't for the reason that it was Zootopia and it was related to furries. I saw Zootopia in theaters, not because I was interested in the furry aspect to it, or interested in it for the specific anthropomorphic animal reason, but because, you know, my mom and I just liked going to see Disney Pixar films in theaters. It was a fun thing we did. And this was when I was back in like high school, and it was really, really fun. But yeah, I did see Zootopia in theaters. And it was kind of funny because it happened directly after I was middleman scammed in CS. And funnily enough, it didn't really make that much of a difference in whether or not I became a furry. I'm just here now because it happened. So yeah. Staffed at a furry convention, unfortunately, haven't done that. I would like to try doing that one day. It's something on my radar. Would love to give it a shot. D&D or WOD? I have played D&D, so yeah. Own a fursuit? Yep. Easy. Own commission artwork? Yep, been there, done that. Worn a fursuit? Imagine if you own a fursuit, but you haven't worn a fursuit. Imagine you have this crossed off, but not this one. I mean, you can have this one crossed off, but not that one. There used to be a point where I did have this one crossed off without having that one. But yeah, I've worn a fursuit. I like to say I've worn my fursuit, so yeah. Like talking animal characters or stories. I mean, that's pretty general, but yeah, I do like them. I do like talking animal characters and stories. It's not something that I necessarily prefer from other like stories or movies or media in general, but it's something, you know, that's neat. It's cool. But either way, furry bingo completed. We got one less empty square than the last one. Yes, we're way too deep in the fandom. It's too late for us now. There's no going back at this point. So let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bingos. 7 bingos in real furry bingo. Oh my goodness. That is wild that we are this deep in the fandom. But I mean, is it really a surprise at this point? I've been doing this for like 6 years now. I've known about furries even before then. Might not have participated in the community, but I saw what it was like. And I've been doing this as like my job for the past 2 to 3 years. So yeah, I'm kind of deep in the fandom at this point, and it just shows in this furry bingo card through my experiences, things that I've done, things that I enjoy doing or partaking in the furry community. And I think it's kind of neat. But either way, wanted to do this fun little furry bingo real quick and give you guys some insight on how far gone I am in this subculture. Feel free to take these furry bingo cards and try them out for yourself, or if you wanted to follow along with me in the video, you could do that, which means you get to rewatch the video again and follow along with me if you weren't doing that already. So that means you watch the video twice. Oh my God, you're dedicated to watching my stuff. I don't know. Look, I need more coffee in my system. But yeah, I've got nothing else. I'm gonna go and get coffee, so I hope you have a good one. Take care, and I'll see you all later. Bye, guys.